I gave this SG image 35mm f2.2 lens a fail back in March. SG image sent this replacement, so as I said back in March, I really wanted to love this lens, but the focus pulsing really spoiled the day. So we're back on the streets of Victoria, BC to see if this is finally worth your money. Today, as I did a couple of years back, following up on that very popular video, we do full monochrome on the Nikon Zf to test this new copy. Again, the Zf allows you to go full black and white with the flip of a switch. But I don't usually use, well, I do use it, but I only use it to be able to view on the screen and through the viewfinder what the world looks like in black and white. But I shoot RAW, and then that gives me the option of choosing from a number of profiles in post-production. Since I covered all that jazz in the last video, which I'll link at the end of this one, I won't get into all the technical details here. Let's just jump into the meat and potatoes with some real-world results. I should note that I personally didn't have the same kind of issues in video using full-time autofocus. One other reviewer that I saw did, but video with this lens, for whatever reason, even with that first pre-production model that suffered from the pulsing, no problem whatsoever with video. Measure that what you will. If you can hear me over the traffic and the fountain, so the pulsing seems to be, if not totally eliminated, really not worth talking about. It focuses pretty fast, and bonus, I have this set on bird recognition, and it's grabbing the eagle's eye right here. It's pretty cool. And I should add, this lens, it focuses quite close. I forget the exact number, maybe a foot. So it kind of goes without saying this isn't the best light. I usually really avoid this time of day, in fact maybe even this time of year. So yeah, but you know, you work with what you've got, and that's exactly what we're doing. In black and white, the contrast, well, we may be able to use it to our advantage. So let's move on. Okay, I'm gonna have to eat my words. I came up here to, as I said earlier, take advantage of the contrast. And I have this composition set up, and this lens is pulsing like crazy. So the situation is, we have obviously dark in here, backlit, and I just can't get focus here. I don't have my recorder with me. Okay, now it locked. But it took a while. I didn't have any trouble until I tried this particular composition. And yeah, it's just pulsing. So I would say the problem is it is not good in backlit situations. If I can get a shot here, I'll show you the shot. Unfortunately, I don't have my recorder here. I was going to bring it, then I didn't. But anyway, that's my report. Just to let you know my settings, I'm shooting at base ISO 100, 5.6 1/320th, and I'm focusing on these pillars to have the background somewhat out of focus. I'm going to open it up to 2.2. which is of course wide open. We'll dial it down to 1/2000. That looks about right. And right now, it's focusing. I'm on that far pillow. Let's go to this pillow here. And it immediately acquired focus. So now it's working just fine. So it's pretty random. I'm going to do single point rather than continuous. So now I can't tell because it was working. Now I'm at single point and it's working just fine. Let's go out to the background, to the pillow, to the background, to the pillow. I can't say for sure because it's now working at single point. And I can go back and forth, no pulsing whatsoever. So maybe it's AFC, or maybe not. I don't know. When it works, I love it. Great little lens, and I like the results as I did the last time. So, to expand on my earlier comment, here's how I approach black and white in post-production. As I said at the start, rather than baiting the ZF setting into a JPEG, I shoot RAW, using the ZF's black and white setting to just pre-visualize monochrome while I'm shooting. And just like in my darkroom days, when I'd already decided on the film and develop a combination to give me the look that I anticipated for the shoot, then I had choices of developer, paper, etc. These digital days, I also like to have options. In fact, today I have so many in the way of post-production choices, including a fantastic application I introduced recently, NIK Silver Efex Pro, which I first used about 12 years ago to manipulate digitized film images that were shot for decades ago. Here's a quick look at how I use Silver Efex in my black and white workflow today. Of course, in Lightroom, I have all the Nikon profiles, including color, but also the full range of black and white ones, monochrome, flat, deep tone, as well as filter emulations, yellow, orange, red. But NIK opens up so much more with film simulations, including Ilford. That was my primary brand of choice for decades. They even sponsored my workshops, Agfa, ADOX, Kodak, Fuji, etc. We can use color sliders to adjust tonal range. There's toning that approximates analog treatment, blue, coffee, copper, selenium, sepia, which can be tweaked as well. There's overall adjustments, and we can burn edges, add faux borders, and a bunch of other things that, truthfully, I don't much use. You can use NIK's original viewpoint technology to target areas of the image for adjustment, or the recently added AI-assisted object and area selection and depth masks to do the same thing. You can use NIK Silver Efex as a standalone application, much the same for the whole suite, but I can send the edits back to Photoshop as a layer and then adjust the opacity of the layer just in case I went too far. If you didn't notice, many of the photos in this video received the Silver Efex treatment. Let me know what you think about them in the comments. So back to the full frame SG image 35mm f2.2. This is the original, and on the ZF this is a replacement. Is it worth it now? Well, at the price, I still think it's a nice tool to have in your bag, despite its quirks. After further testing, I do think it struggles in heavily backlit conditions, and maybe in combination with that continuous autofocus. So I hope SG Image continues to improve this lens, because I really do like it, and I hope you like this follow-up video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and please consider subscribing if this is your first visit to my channel. In the meantime, take care, cheers. We'll see you later.